How are you? Yes, sir.
He's there. Please,
Good afternoon to all of you.
hello. Good afternoon to everyone. This is a very major address to the nation by the former Vice President, the Standard Bearer of the Unity Party, and the incoming President of Liberia. As you can see on this table, he's flanked by leaders of other political parties, including the Standard Bearer of the All Liberian Coalition Party, Honorable Lucini Kamara, the Standard Bearer of the Grassroots Development Movement, Honorable Edward Wade Apiton, the political leader of the Movement for One Liberia, Madam Magdalena Cooper, the rescue mother, the Senator of Grand Bassa County, our campaign chair, Madam Lawrence, Nyumah Boakai Lawrence, the Senator-elect of Grand Cape Mal County, Madam Daba Mabandi Vapila, the Senator-elect of Bapolu County, Honorable Amara M. Kone, our Chief Advisor to the campaign, Honorable Kofi Woods, the Secretary General of the Unity Party, my own body, Amos Twe, the District 10 Firebrand representative and representative again, Honorable Yeke Koluba. Of course, we have other dignitaries here, visiting guests from the U.S., Memezi and Hokoli. We have Dr. Kone, who is the Chief Advisor to the Standard Bureau. We have the Secretary General of ARCOP here, Mama Kability, and Mr. Masako Kamara. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an address to the nation. Afterward, there will be no question. And after here, we will have the press to leave. As the Standard Bureau, we have a discussion with his team on the table. Thank you, Mr. Standard Bureau.
Good afternoon. My party's leadership, our allies, political parties, our fellow citizens, dear Liberians, members of the press. I want to thank all of you and our political allies for their support and commitment to the rescue agenda. Liberia will reward you for the decision you have made to join collectively to change our country for the better. Tuesday, November 14, 2023, will mark yet another milestone in our collective story. In the recent days, Mr. Weir and the government have violated all the principles and the laws that promote democracy and free and fair elections. He has wantonly planted and committed serious violations of our Constitution. regional and international laws, especially the ECOWAS group. On Friday, November 10, 2023, while our bystander bearer, Senator Jeremiah Cohn and Senator Prince Yami Johnson, were leading scheduled campaign activities in Zole, Nyumah County, they narrowly escaped death when their convoy came under hail of gunfire. We later learned that the 7 Antonio Trumba, the staff in the office of the George Weah administration, was responsible for this death was medical and planned to disrupt and prevent the bystander bearer from campaigning. As a result of the brazen disregard for human life, about 7 persons were wounded and several vehicles damaged. Our investigation concluded so far suggests that this callous act of lawlessness was masterminded and orchestrated by President Weah and his operatives, hoping that they can instill fear in the people of Nyumah and the Liberian province. The UP wishes that all those injured in the attack is speedily recovered. They are true heroes. Their sacrifices will not be in vain. They are true patriots for the cause of liberty. We condemn this gross violation of our laws and swiftly in bringing the violators to justice. We call on our international partners to take note of these gross breaches of international laws, and we intend to register position through the appropriate legal channels. In Riverside County, where technical training was scheduled to commence on Wednesday, November 8, 2023, our team was harassed, and later, a Ghanaian national, Simon Isen Jr., who was providing technical assistance to us, was arrested by the police and later subjected to cruel, inhumane, and everyday treatment. Our vehicle, 174 smart telephones, and several elections-related materials were confiscated. The government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Justice, refused to respect the court summons and demonstrated the most wanton disregard for our court's expression after a petition for the writ of habeas corpus was prayed for and granted. They were complicit in snake witchcraft to Monrovia under the cover of darkness for all. This we consider unacceptable. No deportation hearings were concluded, and Mr. Hussein was criminalized without due process. Mr. Hussein was also released and reportedly deported. The kangaroo process and the circumstances surrounding this deportment or development need to be investigated. By this act, Mr. Weah and his government have further demonstrated this indifference the national and regional commitments, especially the ECOWAS protocols. In Maryland County, former Senator and Ambassador John Ballou experienced unwarranted attacks by individuals acting upon the orders of the defeated Maryland County Representative Buffett Chambers. In Grand Crew, the homes of our party leaders were subjected to illegal search and seizure, and they continue to experience harassment and intimidation from pro-tempore advocates of the ruling CDC. In Randier, members of our technical team were attacked by supporters of President Weir. In Babolu, Bong, and other counties, our trainers and partisans continue to report hard treatments and intimidations from members of the government and officials of the Coalition for Democratic Change. On Saturday, November 4, 2023, Martha C. Morris and some members of our team were cruelly attacked across the orders of Representative Martin Cole of the CDC. In the process, the officer in charge, OIC, of the Bonota Health Center was mercilessly flogged and taken unconscious to the John F. Kennedy Hospital in Monrovia. Fellow Nigerians, we have outlined these violations to narrate the fear that has gripped Mr. Weir and his party, and to state our confidence to win these elections. We know change is inevitable, and now is imminent. For Mr. Weir and his co-conspirators, the day of reckoning is here. The day is near. Hated greed and self-aggrandizement will end. For Liberians, it is the end of juvenile delinquent leadership and reckless governance. It is the end to lawlessness and industrialized corruption. It is the end to the cheers by mothers, relatives, and friends who continue to weep for their children and loved ones who were the victims of disappearances and mysterious murder. Many parents, it is the end to the drug epidemic and the cruise invasion. Fellow Liberians, the Unity Party and its allies are matured and responsible enough to understand the reckless misadventure of the Weir government and its party. We understand its feeble strategy to desperately hold onto power. We dare Mr. Weir to tamper with our votes and rig these elections. The consequences on him will be devastating and unimaginable. We are committed to protecting the Liberian votes and permitting the will of the majority of the people to prevail. With the round-up election scheduled on Tuesday, November 14, 2023, it is becoming obvious that the only strategy left with Mr. Weir and the CDC is to engage in fear-mongering and in some cases, vain attempt to eliminate strong opposition. They want to deter peaceful Liberians from turning out to their mass to vote against the failed CDC government. These troubling patterns of disrupting, harassing, and viciously attacking party leaders is an effort to assassinate our silence and silence them. Days to the run-up elections is indicative of a government that has realized it will be defeated for its miserable failure. The Unity Party takes these frequent attacks seriously, and we recall that during the first round of the election, UP partisans were violently attacked on multiple to the Farmington Declaration. We executed and exercised utmost restraint to avoid undermining our flagging democracy. We have called on our partners, our partisans, sympathizers to remain calm. Such unprovoked acts are intended to instill fear, divert our campaign, and frighten our people. But we will not surrender. We will meet our foes with valor unpretending. Yes. We call on Liberians to remain emboldened in the face of these attacks and acts of lawlessness designed and implemented under the watchful eyes of Mr. Weir. We call on all our partisans, rescue missionaries, to support us to remain calm and peaceful as we approach the day of reckoning for President Weir. Please turn out in your numbers on Tuesday, November 14, 2023, and troop to the polls to vote out this lawless and corrupt leadership. Please vote number 1. By voting against Mr. Weir and his CDC, you are helping to remove a failed and inept government. By voting the Unity Party, you want to secure a future of hope and promise our country and generations to come. By voting Joseph Nyumah Boakai and Jeremiah Mayakum and the Unity Party, you are saying no to juvenile delinquent leadership in Liberia. In conclusion, I extend my deepest condolences to the family and the friends of Samuel J. Collins, one of our supporters who met his untimely death yesterday during our pre-victory parade. I have spoken with the family, and they were in good spirit. May their soul rest in peace. I ask you again to vote number 1 for a prosperous Liberia and dawning of a new day in Liberia. As always, in doing this, you would have been thinking Liberia, loving Liberia, and building Liberia. With God about our right to prove, we will overall prevail. May God Almighty bless Liberia, bless our people, and rescue them. I thank you.